Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm keeping things a bit more local. I'm above a hilltop in Hillsborough in Sheffield. I'm about to show you something different today, at least something you wouldn't usually expect to find next to your typical British city highway. We need a little bit of a walk to get there, or speaking more literally, a climb. So bear with me a minute. We're next to Penistone Road at the moment, if you're wondering what the racket is. But it's what's up there on the right that we're going to look at. Something that was once a whole different world of its own, all on a cliff. The delightful little shanty town that once sat on this hill behind me housed a somewhat different community. Smaller, maybe faster, and of a slightly more wing-laden variety. We're exploring the former Pigeon Lofts in Hillsborough today. Or trying to explore them. As you can tell, little remains intact, at least at this end. There have been probably about 3 or 4 in this little brace alone. Do excuse the camera shaking about a bit, it keeps getting caught on tree branches and brambles. I believe that above is the back of what used to be a pub as well. And that's Langsett Road up there. The racing pigeons that are based in these huts will be taken to countries in Europe and dispatched to fly all the way home. Amazingly, being able to home straight on their own destination again. Imagine taking off from somewhere on the coast of France, flying several hundred miles, and being able to pinpoint a hillside 2 miles out of Sheffield city centre. Taking one last little peek at that first lot we've been exploring. And now we're just having to head back down to the bottom again to get around to the rest of them. It's been a couple of years since I last explored it, and I should have done a bit more homework in time for today. But at least I remember there's this useful little ramp, if you can call it that, coming up here. I don't remember another branch here though. Excuse me a minute while we duck. And we can just get round the side of this one. Yes, we did it. And that is the wall underneath the ivy here. There was a proper concrete or tarmac driveway up here apparently once. You can see some fencing down there. I don't think that's anything to do with the stuff up there still. Up there on the right you can see the ones we were looking at just now. And there's another one straight up above us. Given that the climb up to that one was too unstable from what I remember last time, we're going to carry on straight ahead to the main centrepiece. I don't know if this brick understructure here supported another hut or not. Did pigeons even fancy being that close to the bottom of the valley? I'm not an ornithologist, so your answer as good as mine is. Given the likely reasons for this fencing up here, I don't think we'll be exploring the top half of this cliff. Given the noise, the traffic doesn't seem to have got any less busier, even though it's 2 hours past the rush hour. We're now upon, or almost up to, where the remaining fully intact huts still sit. And speaking of up to, there's another bit of climbing to negotiate. Hold on. Down on the right as we walk by is one of the other less fortunate huts. Somehow, I don't think I'll be stepping on that one. So, straight on to the feature attraction. Anybody home? This is where a machete might have been useful. The overgrowth's been added to a bit more since 2022. And it nearly tried to have my camera off me there as well. This is what I believe would have been the central hut back in the day. Quite surprising, probably both ways, to see just 24 of these in this thing. No, 28, sorry. Apologies for the guest appearance of my tripod in the shot. Here's the view out of the north end window. Where down on your right, we have a very familiar species of rucksack and cycle helmet. I admit even my bedroom bookshelf's in a better state than that. To our little flying friends, this must be like living the life of luxury. I haven't got as much history as I've hoped to have gathered in time, but I gather that these huts were at their busiest until around the 80s or 90s. Strange to see how the mesh remains in place on some, but on others it's been taken. Does pigeon hut mesh really fetch that much on eBay? Give me a bell if you know. I don't really get what these wooden frames are sitting on the floor. Something they sat in while eating, possibly. A pretty packed dining room. At least these days, they'll have had a roof window as well. Because looking at these ones, it must have felt like something of a prison. Safely outside again. Let's have one last look at the exterior. And there's the door I got in by just now, believe it or not. Right beside it, in case you forget, is another one. I'm not sure how safe that is for an explorer though. having just cleared some offending overgrowth and a branch or two, we've made it indoors. Somewhat more confined in here. I don't know what the pigeon habitation was like in this one, but at least they've got a window they can see more out of. I think it's time to be heading out of here once again. And also enjoying a wonderful view over Penston Road while we can. And if we can see it, that big central hut on our left. Time I got flying myself now, and if I tripped on any of those brambles on the way down, that might happen in another meaning of the word. Well, we're finally back down, and it looks like my bike's managed to survive without me while I've been gone. So sorry I couldn't show you around as many houses as I would have hoped to. I'm afraid they don't quite build them that way anymore. Anyway, hope to see you lot again soon. Please don't go flying, unless it's towards the subscribe button, obviously. Ta-da!